In a certain sense, shoes in symbolism tend to have opposite meanings. Depending on the context in which we encounter them, shoes reflect leadership and influence, but they can also represent subordination and humility. In past eras, not all individuals were able to afford to purchase shoes. Slaves often didn't wear shoes, which is why they are linked with prosperity, independence, and luxury, but on the other hand, vanity and pride. Throwing a shoe at someone was regarded as a sign of disrespect, and this custom has still been preserved in modern days. Biblical meaning of shoes in a dream. In the Bible, shoes have a particular symbolism. Perhaps the Bible is our oldest source for discovering their symbolism. Shoes are widely mentioned in the Bible, and their symbolism extends beyond human requirements to protect their feet and make their existence comfortable. Most importantly, the question of our pathway and purpose in life are linked to them. Shoes symbolize our faith in God and the will to serve God. If you've dreamed of shoes under different circumstances, whether you have lost your shoes, possess dirty shoes that have to be cleaned, etc., all can represent God's warning that you may walk off His way. If you dreamed about shoes with no significant details, that dream could symbolize a tangible path to your freedom. This dream could symbolize your life trajectory's improvement and the journey to your goals and aspirations. What is the spiritual meaning of shoes in a dream? In several spiritual dream dictionaries, shoes are correlated with how you cope in society and are associated with stability. To see shoes in dreams denotes you're anchored and address life in a welcoming but concrete manner. Given the fact that shoes are the basis of our everyday lives, spiritually, shoes can represent safety. We often need to put on our shoes before we can go very far in our day-to-day activities. Shoes often imply the start of something fresh or the first steps toward a purpose. If you launch a new business or start a new phase in your life, shoes are expected to appear in your dream. They are often an indication of how you feel about this new course at the moment. Shoes are the symbol of your private commitment to move in a specific direction. They tend to connect to a desire to perform a lot of effort to acquire something right away. However, you may be struggling with self-identity problems. It can also reflect poverty, absence of mobility, or incomprehension. What does shoes symbolize? Dreams about shoes are relatively prevalent. These dreams can reflect your craving to transform or pursue a new direction in your life. They could also imply a sign of your spiritual journey. Shoes in a dream could also symbolize your future ambitions or perhaps a career advancement. To interpret a dream about shoes, the type of shoes is an important facet. Hence, sneakers in a dream may be a sign of duplicity. They may also symbolize the need to recover from a particular circumstance immediately. Ballet shoes are a sign of walking on tiptoes or handling something. Slippers can be a sign of being cozy or causing some errors. Sandals can be a consolation sign. Boots are a mark of determination. Other types of shoes have erotic and sexual connotations, particularly high heels. What do dreams about no shoes mean? Dreaming you're not wearing any shoes means you have poor self-esteem and absence of self-confidence. You're struggling with self-identity problems. It also reflects poverty, absence of mobility, or incomprehension. Alternatively, the absence of shoes in a dream often demonstrates that you want to be able to go down the path you want. To see yourself with bare feet in your dream can symbolize poverty and a humble life ahead, but it can also express the possibility that you will soon return to the base of reality, giving you an extra feeling of independence and, therefore, the bare feet. Sometimes, dreaming that you're not wearing any shoes seems to suggest your playful attitude and comfortable, carefree nature. You have a strong understanding of a situation and excellent insight. If you dream you're losing your shoes, it indicates you explore your identity and seek to discover yourself. It is said that if you dream of losing a shoe, it predicts illness. What does shoes represent spiritually? In early times, shoes were perceived as a sign of authority. They were also a sign of mighty warriors. In those times, it was conventional for priests to remain barefoot during their rituals. Even devotees entered sanctuaries with bare feet. Furthermore, shoes were regarded as a sign of ownership, essentially a token of land property or having children. In the old days, powerful kings used to send their shoes as a symbol of their dominion over those in a lower position. Dream about losing shoes. Meaning and interpretation. Dreaming about losing a shoe or shoes. If you dreamed that you lost only one shoe, this is not an excellent indication in the biblical context. This dream can be a symbol of exploitation and manipulation in relationships, and might show being under the impact of some dark evil forces, focusing on destroying your marriage or relationship. It is assumed that this may be the consequence of malicious curses. Dreaming about losing your shoes. In the same manner, if you lost both shoes in a dream, then this isn't a helpful sign. It likely suggests disturbances in your marriage and relationship. This dream may be a reminder to commence repairing your relationship and also suggest poverty and embarrassment. Dreaming about not being able to find your shoes. If you dreamed you weren't able to find your shoes, this dream is generally a negative message, suggesting the loss of something significant in your life. This can sometimes suggest that an aspect of your life is ruined. Dreaming about forgetting to wear shoes. If you have dreamed about forgetting to put on your shoes, it may actually show you are currently mentally disturbed. Sometimes this dream may signal the fact that you are under a spell. It also means dropping some of the objectives or initiatives you are working on at present. Dreaming about walking without shoes. If you dreamed that you walked barefoot, this dream might show that you are not ready for some unpredictable scenario in your life. This dream could also be a symbol of poverty, destitution, and a lack of funds or security. Such dreams may show your laid-back approach to life and situations. Additional information. Wearing shoes in a dream can bear different connotations. An important factor that is usually represented in a dream is the shoe color. Black shoes in dreams suggest that, in the immediate future, you will attend some events. Brown shoes reflect the route you've undergone in the past while being practical and adopting a down-to-earth mindset. Gray shoes indicate you walk a detached and solitary path. Blue shoes reveal you have to be frank in your initiatives. Green shoes depict expansion and productivity in your potential plans. Orange shoes are a sign of your sociable nature. You're going to collect a lot of acquaintances on your personal adventure. Red shoes indicate that you are sometimes enthusiastic and unpredictable about your objectives. Pink shoes forecast that, shortly, you will encounter love and affection. Purple shoes imply that, with your initiatives and duties at hand, you will achieve privileges and prestige. Silver shoes suggest you face a tough decision in your entrepreneurship. You have to choose wisely and be honest to all committed people. Yellow shoes are the course to wisdom. Maybe you're looking for something fruitful for your education or profession. White shoes signify sincerity and purity. Seeing or carrying white shoes in dreams may suggest that this innocence can be taken away from your existing surroundings. Shiny shoes predict you're going to be acknowledged for your accomplishments, or perhaps you're going to do or display some of your works. Sometimes enthusiastic and unpredictable about your objectives.